It is the second match of BMSD 2025 Day 3 upper bracket. The battle for securing the global slot is getting tougher with every match as teams fight neck to neck for the survival and dominance. But here comes the team IQ Soul, who stepped up with the performance full of confidence, massive splits, brilliant macros, and top notch gunfights. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe. And now let's get straight into it. The flight path goes from Impala towards the top left corner of the map. Seoul, as usual, takes a split drop in Lakov area and its nearby compounds. The circle forms completely opposite to Team Seoul, putting them at a massive disadvantage. Things have turned extremely tricky as they will be forced into risky rotation with nearly 30% of the zone covered in water. What to do now? Let's focus on loot and we'll rotate a bit late. Nakul knows that most teams will prefer playing from the center, so making a late rotation in this tough situation could actually be a brilliant move. With the edges likely to be completely empty, this strategy might just give them the breathing space they need. As soon as the blue zone touches the team soul, they immediately begin their rotation, skirting below the water treatment area and hugging the edge of the blue. Their plan is to make their way into the zone through the El Hazar side. The zone shifts with a hard swing upward towards the El Azhar area, and Team Soul's decision looks absolutely perfect. Wasting no time, they quickly secure the El Hazar ridge, finding it completely clear and ready to be held. The third zone forms, and once again it completely favors Team Soul. They are set up perfectly with a strong ridge and prime positioning inside the circle. Wasting no time, they spread out into a 2-1-1 split to control a massive portion of the zone. Nakul locking down the back to prevent any backsteps, while Goblin secures the right ridge, and Joker with Legit holds the left ridge. But the good time didn't last long, as godlike Spunk find an opening and knocks Goblin down. Punk instantly drives up the ridge to secure the finish. But Team Soul regroups in a flash, shutting down the thread and getting Goblin back on his feet. The fourth zone shift, pushing Team Soul out of safety and forcing them to make a move, while Team FC and Team RN clash during their rotation.
Side, but Neo still managed to land that headshot. But now look at this, Team RM, they are also in the midst of fight. First Curiosity, they come in and they devour Devotee. But from the distance, there are other players as well who can try and nullify the threat elsewhere. Rangitam, they're being chipped away by Godsrin. Another success coming in through for Justin. 4 finishes already for this team, and now they are
Soul sees the moment to third party the fight.
pulled off. He's been pushed out of the lobby. Team God's Reign, they certainly are battling all the threats that is possible, and it just keeps on coming.
I mean, majority of the fights that we witness right now are taking place towards the southern edge of the circle, but Team AX just got wiped out. Another fight from the western edge. But
the danger isn't over yet. Team FC still have players alive, and for Soul to secure a strong position, they must wipe them out.
14 teams alive, 39 players alive inside of the fourth circle, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Team Soul, they've sent in Nakul early to find that compound for themselves, to scout it for the rest of the comrades moving in, and it seems like he's done the job already. So Goblin and Legit are going to follow suit.
they are looking for a little bit of space from the northeastern edge of the circle. And I think as soon as they find a safe haven to work with, a place to keep their heads low till stage 5, stage 6, stage 7, my apologies.
Stepping up, Legit takes the charge and knocks out Crypto. But God's Omen from the other side steals the finish.
Now gonna look for those frags. Crypto, there is no escape from this one. It's gonna be a cleanup crew from the side of Soul that is just gonna pick apart first Curiosity, and then maybe we might see them go after Godlike as well. Finally spotted on the radar. There they are on the slope of the hill. The players of Godlike looking to charge for the center. It's not going to be an easy push with Soul breathing down your neck like that.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they will be aware of their presence at least. It's about whether or not do they engage is the question. Talk about Goblin, he's still scouting around
The
those.
fifth circle forms, giving Team Soul not just the edge to play but also the high ground advantage. They quickly spread into a 2-1-1 split, securing the greater control on the ridge and a wider area to play from. As the player of Team FC still alive and try to enter the zone, Legit shuts the door on them, denying the entry and finishing him off.
Right next to the lads of Bot Army, and what a spray down it could have actually been! Kalyug, that was an opportunity and a half. Team Bot Army have been brought down quite a lot. And now Kana feasts on that opportunity, of course, needed to switch onto its shotgun, but that won't be allowed. Kana will get picked off. Lion just trying to be that stability for the rest of his teammates. One of their players, Fragger Bot Army, has been taken down already. He's been that man who's been giving them the success, the early success in those firefights, but now it seems like problems are going to escalate.
Meanwhile, Nakul on the other side knocks out Prateek from Bot Army Sport, while Goblin cleans up the last surviving player of God's Omen.
Coming out on top. They are going after the players of God's Omen as well in the meanwhile, as Goblin just secured a knock on the other side of the hill, but wanted. He's still knocked out. Simp, he wants those finishes. Nakul as well. Joker moved in, but now finally backing off. Wanted the finish, goes to the players of Team Soul as he eventually bleeds out. No revive for him. But look at Nakul. They are inching. They are eager to grab info of individuals on the other side of the hill. And Godlike is still holding that slow. But the crowd has thinned out for Godlike. Bot Army down to one man. NON down to one man.
The sixth circle forms right at the center, and Joker instantly knocked down Z-God. But Metal steals the elimination from the other side.
He's definitely talking about Team Soul, who is making so much noise right next to them. Just taking down the outliers one by one. Now their targets
With
are
Soul holding the high ridge, they make the full use of their advantage. Joker pushes down the ridge to get into the zone, but 40R attempts a slam. However, Legit from the high ground is ready. He catches 40R in the open and wipes them out, giving perfect cover to his teammate Joker.
The last player, and there goes Evil, there goes Los Hermanos from this game. Liquida Esports, brilliant reset for them underway, but Soul on our screens going up against 40R. This team was cut down in numbers from the start of the game, and
Soul quickly spread into a 2-2 split where Joker and Legit takes the control inside the zone down the ridge, while Goblin and Nakul holds the higher ground to secure the complete dominance and having a complete knowledge of the teams. Venom from across the road manages to knock down Legit, but with the distance between them, the chances of a safe revival are high. Joker step up as the savior and getting Legit back on his feet.
Soul will have to figure a little bit of that resurgence mission, but as of yet, Metal Esports aren't in a great position themselves. They are also sandwiched in between Team Soul, and from the backlines chasing will be Victorious Summers as well.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Metal to move out, and Victorious Summers, with how they're moving around the radar, it seems like they've won that fight. They want Metal Esports to be gone, but
Joker quickly regroups with Nakul as the higher ground still remains inside the zone. Meanwhile, Goblin move closer to the middle.
More information, wants to see the players on the other side. He has Punk there to support him as well. And it's the IGL and the support or position 4 for Soul versus the IGL and one of the frontliners for the side of Godlike. 2 versus 2, while Goblin and Legend have been sent down south to deal with the players of OG, to deal with Metal Esports, but the circle takes a northern shift, and this will give the edge to the players of Soul. They are in a position to secure another win if they survive all of the fights around them. They have so much map control right now, and well, a helping hand being lent by the players of Victorious Summers as aimbot falls, but Venom strikes a big blow, picks off one, but instantly gets shut down, and Altu is going to be taken out by Goblin over there. Metal Esports, this was a good game. 4 finishes in the bag. They finished in the top 6. It could have been better, but there was too much pressure from...
This is the teamwork at its finest. Goblin provide the crucial intel, and from the high ground, Joker takes all the eliminations into his bucket.
It seems like Victoria Summers, they've done a good job disguising their presence inside of the smokes. A couple of random ones, but it seems like one just needs to land right on the money. You did mention about Likita Esports, and have a look at this. Their rotations have been insane so far.
Yeah.
They are rotating clockwise, moving themselves to the back lines of Victoria Summers, and they are looking to knock on their doors, which all of a sudden just causes problems for Victoria Summers, because all of a sudden they are in a sandwich situation and Joker is going to take advantage of it.
I think Victoria Summers is done for. 2 players from Seoul move in from the front. Look at the esports from the rear. And Victoria Summers, they had no answer, but still a brilliant matchup. Top 5 finish with 11 eliminations on the board. This is just phenomenal, but look at the esports. This one move, instead of breaching from the north, where they have been all this time, moving down south, might help them secure the win. The game plan is simple. They know where the players of OG are. They know where the players of Seoul are. They do not want to fight for that hill, because Godlike and Seoul up north will in tandem just punish the players of Likita.
Using their 2-2 split, they dominate the majority of the zone, securing major controls in the zone. Joker makes the perfect use of the high ground again to knock out Sozo, while Goblin holds down the ridge and takes out AKOP.
Out one man from the side of Likita Esports, and now Seoul turn their attention towards OG.
One of the sharpest shooters up top.
Now the zone shift pushes Team Soul down the ridge, but it's smooth sailing for them as Goblin already has full control of the area. Joker and Legit quickly regroup with Goblin, while Knuckle holds the back, providing the cover against any potential push.
Joker, this man can single-handedly destroy teams out there, especially coming in from the high ground where he's almost invincible. But now look at this, it seems like Orangutan and their position has actually been brought out. Goblin will send out a nade in their direction, of course, but a pretty difficult connection to be made. Likita Esports yet to identify the compound. Wizcard now being the solo survivor, as chip damages will result in the fall of AKOP. Wizgod still holding on to his dear life. It seems like tasting his own medicine is not that enough. Smokes, nades, a lot of that, but it's...
Oh, no.
Wait, no, it's not like the esports. It's Soul from the backlines, and Legit and Joker from the distance. They've been doing a crazy job so far. Top 3 teams, 10 players alive.
However, Godlike reads Soul's entire strategy and decided to make a bold push against Knuckle, who is alone holding the high ground. The zone plays the crucial role here, forcing Team Godlike to make a desperate entry. And Goblin's precise spray turns that risky move into an immediate elimination.
Still alive. The accuracy of those nades just completely off, and Godlike, under the assumption that they have done something, try to move out. They get punished. 17 eliminations for the players of Seoul, and Nikita Esports also getting shut down. Just last 2 teams remaining, and it is Team Seoul that have the upper hand. It's a 3v3 situation. They have the high ground advantage, but Goblin get taken out by XOXO. A big play for Nikita Esports. Is it going to be a back-to-back win? Or are we going to see Team Seoul take a massive leap? A 2 versus 3. Smoker, a lot of damage taken. The struggle is going to be there. Starboy out of the way. Legit, he starts things off in a brilliant manner. Another knock secured. And Legit will be able to find a clutch. It is a 2 versus 2 still. Look at the esports. The momentum, the flow has gone away.
It certainly has gone away. Team Soul, they just completely flipped the script right now. Legit being the only player. Just hold on to that entirety of the side. Not just giving a revive to Goblin, but also look at him distinguish the players and extinguish them in front as well. Knuckle from the backlines, of course, will keep on delivering, tossing in those Molotovs, but it's not going to be of any use because look at the esports. They only have their 3 men, and it seems like Team Soul, they're done away with it. They go through, and now they will try and take this fight.
It's a final 2v2 between the 2 sides, and I almost felt Smoker made a mistake, but he still does manage to hold on to that grenade in his hands, in his backpack, in fact. And Magic, utility will be important. Smoke's lobbed out by the side of Likita Esports as Team Soul hopes to get a massive, massive chicken dinner to their name. Cross that 60-point marker and break inside of the top 3. They find Smoker, and then there was one. Magic, can you pull off a magic break? The answer is a simple no. Team Soul, 21 finishes for the chicken dinner, 31 points as they have the biggest win. I believe one of the biggest wins in the upper bracket right now is going to be in the hands of Soul, and look at the crowd that was cheering.